you perhaps looking for a cat? Or maybe you haven't fully made that decision, so you need a little push to help you make that decision though. In either case, adopting a cat from a local breeder or seller is better than adopting a cat from a shelter or rescue home is better than buying from a breeder or seller. Did you know that there are approximately 60 to 100 million cats in the US that live outdoors, and each year this number keeps rising? By adopting cats instead of buying them, we can not only reduce the number of feral cats, but also save them from harmful diseases or other life-endangering factors. But some are of the opinion that adopting cats is inferior to buying them. But is that really the case? Let's take a further look into that topic. First and foremost, the number of feral cats in the US ranges from 60 to 100 million. That number rises each year because of feral cats breeding, and because owners abandon their cats in the wild. According to the United Spay Alliance, cats can get pregnant 3 times a year, yielding a maximum of 12 kittens per litter. From this number, feral female cats on average get pregnant about 1.6 times a year and yield about 5 kittens each litter. If the overpopulation of feral cats wasn't enough, then to make matters worse, the outdoors are a severe and harsh place to live for cats. According to PETA, feral cats live short, hard lives on the streets. They never die of a thing called old age. Cats that live on the streets fall prey to various diseases, such as feline AIDS or herpes. They also contract various infections through minor cuts or punctures. Or they suffer from parasites, such as worms and fleas, which suck on their blood. The most heart-wrenching of all, though, is that cruel humans brutalize these cats and slaughter them. PETA states that PETA's office is flooded with calls about cruelty to animals every single day. Across the U.S., free-roaming cats are mutilated, shot, drowned, poisoned, beaten, set on fire, sacrificed, stolen by butchers for medical experimentation, or used by dog fighters for target practice as bait. From these accounts, it is clear to us that these cats are living horrible lives and need our help in order to survive. I'm sure that you may be thinking to yourselves that why not put them in shelters or rescue homes and keep them there? There are people getting paid to take care of them after all. The problem is that all these shelters and rescue homes are already full of cats. Adopting cats will allow shelters to free up space to bring in more feral cats to reduce their numbers on the outside. Buying cats will keep the shelters full and may lead to more overcrowding if the cat were to have a litter, if a household cat were to have a litter and the kittens were abandoned outside. According to the ASPCA, the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, 6.3 million animals enter U.S. shelters each year. From amongst them, 3.2 million are cats. From these cats, about 2.1 million of them are adopted, but the rest remain in these shelters, or even worse, are euthanized because of overcrowding. ASPCA estimates that 530,000 cats are euthanized. 70% of these cats are euthanized only because of overcrowding and that they can't find any homes for them. These sorrowful facts are the reason that we cannot rely on our shelters and rescue homes to shoulder the burden for all of us, to shoulder the burden for all of these cats, and that we need to play a pivotal role. Now, how do we solve this issue together? There are multiple ways to tackle this situation. One is to make buying and selling cats against the law. By doing this, breeders and sellers will not be able to produce more cats, which will lead to new want-to-be cat owners adopting cats from shelters instead of buying them. Although this will put a number of individuals at a loss of jobs, at the end of the day, the way they make their living is ethically wrong, as they are putting the suffering of numerous living beings behind their sustenance. 2 is to allow prisoners to adopt cats from shelters. Although this may seem too generous to criminals, this provides a two-way beneficiary as cats are this 2 is to allow prisoners to adopt from cats. Although this may seem too generous to criminals, this can be a multi-purpose beneficiary. Not only will the number of cats in shelters and outdoors drop, but prisons can use the cats to see whether inmates are mentally stable enough to be let go once their sentence ends. On top of that, prisons can award those who properly maintain their cats with rewards such as minor statement reductions, which will promote even better behavior within the prisons. 3 is the government should give limited credit funding to adopters as an incentive. Without going into deep politics, in recent years, we have seen how the government has put our tax money into areas which are of no benefit to us whatsoever. Instead of putting our tax money into areas which causes our displeasure, the government could put our taxes into a cause such as this, which will not only please the people, but reduce the amount of feral cats, providing benefits to both sides of the table. These are only a couple of ways to solve the issue. Imagine how many more solutions there can be if we are to put our minds to it. To put it into a shorter perspective, 60 to 100 million cats are feral, meaning homeless. Each female cat has 1.6 litters each year. And it has 1.6 litters each year, producing about 5 kittens. On top of that, 3.2 million cats enter shelters each year. From amongst them, about 530,000 are euthanized, and 70% of them are euthanized because of overcrowding. These statistics support the argument that buying a cat from breeders and sellers is nonsensical when there are so many other cats that need our help. Additionally, solutions that can reduce the number of cats outside and also provide external benefits can be made. Thus, it makes sense to put them into practice. So with this, I encourage you all that strongly consider adopting a cat rather than buying one. Let's work together to reduce these poor animals' suffering.